Up to this point, we've been thinking of visualizations as sort of this lone ranger. When you bring multiple visualizations together, you are now creating what's called a dashboard. The goal of a dashboard is to arm your stakeholder or your audience with the right information that is easy to read, unambiguous, straightforward, and relevant. Let's go ahead and build a dashboard. In this video, we're finally going to build a dashboard. So what is a dashboard? It's really a collection of visualizations to tell a story or to help people deep dive. It has a number of applications. So let's go through how to actually build a dashboard. The first thing we're going to do is actually clear out everything. So I'm going to delete every single one of these sheets. Okay. All right, we're going to get rid of all of them. And the main reason is I want to do another quick practice round through all the different types of visualizations. Now you're going to get to the very last one and the delete button is not going to work. The reason is Tableau always needs to have at least one sheet. It's sort of like a Sith Lord in Star Wars. You always got to have one. So what we do is we add a sheet first using that button, and then we can delete this bar chart. All right, so we're going to build three things: a bar chart, a column chart, and a pie chart. Oh, sorry, no. Bar chart, line chart, and a pie chart, right? And I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is. Hopefully you've got a lot more practice now, how easy it is to build. So let's start with a bar chart. So I'm going to do profit, category, subcategory. That is basically our bar chart. That's all we're going to do, right? And maybe we're going to add a little bit of color, so you remember that. So I'm going to bring in the profit, and I'm going to drop it in color. And that's all we're going to do. We're just going to leave it there. I'm going to rename this, and let's call it bar. So very important, always name your sheets, because once you get to the dashboard view, then you know it's labeled and you know what you're doing and you know where it's going. I see way too many times people have just sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet label things, right? All right, let's do another sheet. And I want to do a line chart this time. So let's do quantity. We haven't done quantity, so double click. We're going to bring in order date. And I want a relatively long kind of visualization. So let's switch this to continuous. So this section right here, and I want to see it at a week level. All right, so this is now weekly showing me the values. Cool, that's it. That's all I want to see. Let's rename this. Let's go line. And then the last thing we're going to do is a pie chart. So the pie chart, you remember, you only really need two things, a measure and a dimension. So let's do that. I'm going to bring in sales. Okay, so we have sales, and let's do region. So I'm going to do region and just double click it. Okay, so we have now the regions, and I'm going to go show me. I'm going to make this into a pie. Cool. So now we have a pie. I'm going to go entire view. Okay, and I'm just going to add the label for now. So label for regions and just the sales. And I'm not going to bother with the percentage. There we have it. So that's just a standard pie. All right, now we have the basic building blocks to make a dashboard. So the way we do that is we're going to press this button right here in the middle. That's going to take me to a whole new kind of view. Okay, and from here we can actually build a dashboard. All right, yep. Okay, so what you're going to see is this big kind of white space here and then a lot of gray. So the white space represents where you can build your visualization. So, you know, you'll have some sort of title, you'll have maybe your bar charts here, you know, maybe your pie chart. Oh, hang on, that's terrible. You don't need that for pie chart, right? So you got your pie chart here, and then maybe you got your line chart. Okay, and you pretty much have a dashboard. So let me show you how to build that. So Tableau uses tiles in order to build your dashboard. And this kind of makes it a lot cleaner in appearance. So I'm going to start with, but it can be a bit confusing. So I'm going to start with bar, and I'm going to drag and drop. And you can see I can't really place it anywhere except the whole thing, right? And that's because of this tiles concept. So if I want to bring line in and I want to bring it underneath, okay, I bring it in and you can see it's actually guiding me as to where it's going to end up. So if I want it underneath, I just go like that. And now I have my line chart underneath. If I want my pie over here, I can click pie and bring it over here. Now, if I wanted to move things around, right, the way I do that is first I activate the visualization. So let's say I want to swap these two around. Okay, so you got to go, let's say, I'm going to go, which way am I going to do this? Yeah, all right, let's do it that way. So first I'm going to activate bar, and you'll see this little handle at the top. So I grab that handle and I'm going to move it, okay, where I want. And let's say I want it kind of underneath for now. Okay, so I've got it underneath and I want to move the line to be next to pi. So I'm going to grab the line and I'm going to move it until it fits right there. Okay, so probably not the best arrangement because the time scale is not that great, but doesn't matter. What we can do is we can actually extend this out. So the way I like to do it is go into size, right? And you have a number of options. We're not going to get into any of this fancy stuff at the moment. We're just going to go fix size. And then for the custom, I'm just going to keep increasing this until it fits my whole thing. There we go. Okay. So what you'll also notice actually is this part right here. So by default, every time you build a dashboard, all the legends, all the filters, all the scales and colors and all that automatically goes in here. Sometimes you don't need it because it's kind of self-explanatory. For example, here with the colors, it already says Western, Central, Eastern, Southern. So I don't really need that. I can just get rid of it. So I activate and just close it. We'll get into far more detail of like how you bring these in and out and all that later on. But for now, because you're going to be building very simple dashboards with, no filtering, no animation, no interactivity or actions or anything like that, for now, it's really just wasted space. So we can click on this one, get rid of it as well. Click on this one and get rid of it as well. So now we have a full dashboard. I want to add a title. So I can go here to show dashboard title at the bottom. Go in here, and now I have a title. So to edit any of the titles that you see here, okay, pi and bar, all you have to do is double click. So here on dashboard, I can double click that and call this my very first dashboard. Not dashboard, dashboard, right? And then I can change the sizing. I can make it blue, center justified, okay, something like that, and just go okay. So now I've got that. I can change this one. Line charts are cool. Okay, I can change this one. Let's call this pi. Okay, and let's call this last one. This is actually a column chart. Okay, because a column chart goes this way, bar charts go this way. I don't know what I call it, a bar chart. That is it. That's how you create your dashboard.